Ladies and gentlemen, greetings and hello. It can't possibly be time for a main channel video right now. I couldn't possibly have imagined that when I started the day. And it's a little awkward, I'll grant you, because I absolutely went on hiatus and filmed a video about it and never posted it and haven't shared it yet, so I'm back from hiatus, but I haven't made a back from hiatus video either, because I was just sitting through thinking about some darkness I'm dealing with. Bear with me, please. I think I came to something that actually pretty much excites me, and I gotta share it with you guys because I think the principle at play is something that other people might be able to get information from as well. It's also a bit of crowdsourcing because what I propose, like what I'm going to be working on, might not actually be a very good solution. And if what I say seems like Hold Up Phineas bad solution, let me know. But I think I've got it. So now this little intro is over, let's go ahead into what I'm talking about. And to keep it brief, very brief, I am dealing with a darkness, the darkness. And I can't share details. I can't. I'm very locked off when it comes to discussing what exactly the specific challenges are inside of me. I can call it darkness. The darkness befell, it's been on and off, and then the weekend, there's been a lot. Whew. Old Phineas is dealing with a lot. And I honestly think for some people that should be enough, and it kind of probably needs to be, because some people, when you use that plain language, the darkness, the deepest, some people understand what that means. That's what I've been dealing with, and I haven't been in that zone for a really long time. It's taken me a while to get back on my feet, and I'm not yet, but that's what I propose to be able to do in this video, and how I think I might be able to do it. The challenge comes about because when faced with the darkness, nothing has any meaning whatsoever. Why should you do this? It doesn't matter, you're all gonna die. What? What? Or if nothing has meaning, then you might as well play video games all day and wait out the days, or drink or whatever, because no element of any single day, like, a very dark place to be. What? Like, that's not how I want to be, but I've been in a long period recently where the days don't have a remarkable amount of meaning. If they have any meaning at all, the darkness. It's time to introduce an unrelated, up until now it's been unrelated, skill. I've employed it in small ways before, which is just a juxtaposition of opposing thought states, or something like that. But if you're in a bad mood, or you're sad, you don't want to go to a party, and you go to the party anyway, it's challenging to be in an atmosphere of joy and be personally quite sad. At a certain point, one of those states will win out. It's hard holding yourself in an incongruent mental state compared to what your actions are. To apply it to this exact situation, kind of. If I make a bunch of videos, but I have a lot of yeah, I don't want to energy, that's not a video that I love making. I don't know how well that's you would want to watch that, but maybe you would, I don't know. But in general, that just kind of sucks. If you're going through all of those motions of making a video, getting out into the play space, getting the stuff together, getting on the filming, it's not an easy thing to do. If you're going through all the effort to do something that's challenging, and you have, nah, I don't want to, then what are you doing, buddy? Like, come on, what? Why would you do the thing that, nah, I don't want to? And here's the thinking, though. I don't want to be, nah. I haven't been, nah, for a long time. That's not the Phineas former that I know. Phineas felt that way and then did something about it. And I want to do something about this most recent darkness that I've been dealing with for quite a while. My proposed solution is to make videos anyway. The only challenge, really, there's a few. The chief one, I think, as far as the videos themselves are concerned, is going to be not imbuing them with a lot of energy, because that's a bummer. And as far as my skills as a creator, I think I can probably push forward in making a bunch of videos and being creative, and just that's what I feel like doing, I think. But I think I can do that without putting too much in it. I think I can get a lot of that out, and I did. There was what I'm calling a lost tape, a lost recording. But I was talking to myself in front of the camera for like 15 minutes. Got out all of my, and then I remembered, like, okay, well, now that I got out all of that, like, there's things to do, and I unearthed this philosophy about making these videos anyway, because I cannot be ultimately upset about the darkness and also making videos, which naturally puts me in a good mood. Something's gonna have to break. If my will is strong enough, and ladies and gentlemen, my will can in fact be indomitable when I call for it to be, and I keep the action up of these videos and just the creative impulses, the drivers, the whatever it is that I'm going to be working on, and I have been quite busy. But if I keep all of this up, eventually, I think my mental state, this that I'm in, I think it's gonna have to break, because performing an action of joy, and I love what I'm doing right now, is incongruent to the way that I feel on the inside. And that hurts. That hurts. Doing something you don't want to do already is not fun, but it hurts right now. Like, my mental state is especially curl up in a burrito with a blanket of whiskey and wait it out for a couple of years. Like, what the heck, dude? No, that's not me. That's not good. That's not good. It sounds good, but it's not good. Like, I already gave up drinking, and I've been staying really busy, but now it's time to stay busy creatively, which is actually the hardest part to do, because that's the last thing that I want to do, I guess, but I'm doing it, and I like doing it, so long as I can keep a separation of, like, and then I was and then actually I'm feeling a lot better now after I was and then I came to the philosophy. So now we're gonna wrap together what it was that I was sharing, because it's a main channel video for a reason. It's been a while since I've employed a philosophy to deal with a mental challenge. It used to be all that I did, man, far before Phineas Former. But I'm back at that space now. That seems like an interesting journey that people might want to be able to follow me with, and it might be the sort of mechanism that could also apply to other people. So I want to wrap it all together and just make sure we all know more specifically what the parameters are of what I'm doing. I emotionally feel a certain way, and I wish to no longer feel that way. My solution is to consistently perform actions which do not align with the way that I feel. This causes pain because it stretches me out of condition, out of proportion. I feel a certain way, you want to be a certain way, that's how things are, you want to stay the way things are. I have the ecosystem of the way that I feel, which is darkness. I don't want to change that. Changing that, misshaping it, putting it out of form, doing things which do not align with the way I am, that hurts. It feels like I'm out of position. I'm putting myself out of position right now. I am causing myself, in some ways, additional pain by doing things other than what my entire being wants to do. And that can't keep up forever. And I think the monkey brain, the meat inside of my head, I kind of think it knows that. Because there's going to be, and there is already, a lot of resistance not to change. My thinking on this one goes that if I'm in a new environment which requires a different skill set than the one that the brain has equipped, it's going to find ways to survive. Historically, that's looked like alcohol for me, playing a lot of games, running away, being overly social to avoid the things that are happening inside of myself. The brain will find a way to survive. I'm not drinking, and I'm not being as social as I think would be healthy for me. Although I'm not exactly holed up. Maybe I am a little bit. Ugh. But if my actions are making videos and doing things which I enjoy, and I've done them for long enough, consistently enough, I think the brain will have to adapt to survive the unyielding conditions of the change I decide to enact. And just think about it for a second here. If I'm in an environment of pain, which I am putting myself in by making videos, even though I do not expressly feel like anything other than eh, and some of the ways to eradicate that looks like either stop making videos or stop feeling this way. I've done this on small scales. Going to a party when you don't feel like it, you can get in the mood for a party. I've done that so many times at karaoke. I know if I go, I usually end up feeling better. So then I go, and then I feel for a little bit, and then after 30 minutes, I'm actually really happy, and I have a really good couple of hours, right? I've done this exact mechanism on a small scale many, many times. It works really well. I haven't particularly employed it on such a big scale, and it can get scary because it's going to take a couple of weeks probably of push through, getting through making these videos, living the life that is incongruent to my mental state. It's going to take some time, it's going to take some doing, and during that long period of time, it's going to feel like I'm putting myself in additional pain. I'm not seeing a change from it because my mental state is very mired right now. I'm going to be in for an uncertain couple of weeks. But the logic is sound, the theory is sound. I've done this so many times before on the small scale. I'm ready to employ it on a big scale. It helps because I know how to make videos. I can autopilot a lot of this stuff. I like being a kitty cat. That's part of why it hurts, is because if I'm a cat for more than 20 minutes, 30 minutes, it starts being fun again. And the brain doesn't want that. Brain is just like, no, we're unhappy. There's darkness. How can you have fun at a time like this? There's darkness. So I especially don't want to get into VR because it defeats a lot of what other the darkness is or whatever. Point being is I know this landscape. I know how to make videos, what I enjoy, what to avoid doing. I know these things. It's going to be rough to remember it casually because most of my life is encompassed by this darkness that I can't talk about. Someday we'll see. It's too fresh to go into right now. And even then, actually, that was talking about it. Even that little sentence. Um, yeah, we gotta be careful. We gotta be careful here. But I know I can make videos. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. It's gonna take a while. I'm gonna be in this for a couple of weeks. And I'm not gonna make any declarations. I really want to declare a few things about the progress, about things I've been up to or whatever. But this video needs to be able to stand on its own, independent entirely of all of the videos I'm going to be making that I have already begun making. It's just none of them were main channel videos yet. And the enterprise is growing or whatever. So that's what is happening, that's what's going on, that's what we're working on. And it's a main channel video, surprisingly enough. Tried and true. Old and new. Just like we always used to have them. Because that's the mechanism I'm employing, and there's a chance in your life, if you are able to do actions incongruent to the way you feel, it stretches you and causes pain because you're doing something you don't feel like doing. But over time, there's a chance that it's easier to accept the new thing you're doing, opposed to fighting against it, which is causing additional pain. Like, if you're already at maximum capacity, something's got to give. And, so long as you choose a healthy action, I guess. And videos might be healthy. They might not be. Who knows? But I like them. I tend to enjoy them. So I'm going to go. And I'm in Resonite, by the way. And so the new way, and plus my play space is a little bit different. So usually I walk out of frame. Actually, I think I will. I'll still walk out of frame. Do I have, where's my play space oriented? I think I can walk this way. So I'm going to walk. It's easier to walk that way. So I'm going to walk this way. I haven't made a video for a while. I'm in a new play space. I'm fumbling the outro. In my other videos, I've also been fumbling the outros. I don't know how to do outros anymore. I'm rusty. No. Don't look at me. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna walk this way. I think I can do that. Hey, that's good. Okay. Bye guys. I'll be around. But good luck and good luck to me too. It'll be good though. So.